The story of the witch of Endor. By this time in Israel's history, King Saul was no longer at peace. The prophet Samuel, who had guided Saul from the beginning of his reign, had died. Saul had lost not only a prophet, but direction. At the same time, the Philistines gathered their army to fight Israel. Their presence terrified Saul. When Saul looked out and saw the enemy camp, his heart trembled. Saul inquired of the Lord through dreams, the Urim, prophets, but God did not answer him. There was only silence. This silence was not new. Saul had repeatedly disobeyed God earlier in his reign, and Samuel had already told him that the kingdom would be taken from him. Still, Saul was desperate. Ironically, Saul himself had earlier removed mediums and spiritists from the land, enforcing God's law against consulting the dead. Now, with no answer from God, Saul ordered his servants, "Find me a woman who is a medium, so that I may go to her and inquire." His servants told him of a woman at Endor. That night, Saul disguised himself. He removed his royal clothing and went secretly with 2 men to the woman's home. He came in the darkness. Saul asked the woman to bring up the spirit of Samuel. The woman hesitated. She reminded him that Saul had outlawed such practices and that she could be killed for doing this. Saul swore an oath to her in the name of the Lord that she would not be punished. The woman agreed. As she performed the ritual, something unexpected happened. She realized Saul was the king. She suddenly cried out. She also saw something that frightened her. The woman said she saw a spirit rising from the earth, an old man wrapped in a robe. Saul knew immediately. Samuel had been known for wearing a robe. Saul bowed down. Samuel spoke. Samuel asked Saul, "Why have you disturbed me by bringing me up?" He said he was in great distress. The Philistines were fighting him. God had turned away from him. Saul said God no longer answered him. Samuel's response was not comforting. He told Saul that God had done exactly what he said he would do. The kingdom had been torn from Saul and given to David. Samuel reminded Saul of his disobedience. Then Samuel delivered the final message. He said that the Lord would give Israel into the hands of the Philistines, and that Saul and his sons would be with him the next day. In other words, Saul would die. When Saul heard this, he collapsed. He had not eaten all day and all night. Fear and weakness overtook him. The woman, seeing his condition, showed compassion. She prepared a meal for Saul and his servants. They ate. Before dawn, Saul and his men left. The Bible records nothing more about the woman. The next day, Saul and his sons were killed in battle. The story ends quietly.